I love to travel. I love seeing new places and meeting new people. I love people, and that's one of the things that drew me, to this career, is that I'm going to meet so many people.
Jeff State prepared me incredibly for the floor that I'm on. I'm on a med-surg floor, and the things that I see in the real world are things that we practiced in the clinical world and in the sim lab at Jeff State.
I am Joey Glass. I'm 24 years old. I'm single. Jeff State wasn't my first choice. I had a scholarship to the University of Alabama. I went there for 2.5 years, and the program just wasn't fit for me. It didn't feel right. So I took some time off, tried to figure out, I guess you could say, who I am. After 2 years, I was like, let's do this. I got to get back. This is what I want to be. This is what I want to do in life. So I looked around places. I even looked, 4-year colleges again, like UAB, and even going down to Auburn. And Jeff State just felt right. It felt like it wasn't, somebody would know me. I could go to my teachers and they'd know my name and the situations I was in, and I didn't feel like I was just, one in a million there. I was somebody here. You knew my name, you knew who I am, and that's really what drove me to come here, is to know that somebody cares, the teachers care, and that was my biggest issue up until I came to Jeff State.
My name is Al Bonds, and I graduated from Jeff State in the summer of 2015. I'm currently a nurse at Children's Hospital. The reason I chose to come to Jeff State was, one, that it was close to my house, 2, the small class sizes, 3, the hands-on clinical experience, the state-of-the-art sim lab. The package was just sold itself. I couldn't see myself going anywhere else.
My name is Caleb Henry, and I decided to come to Jeff State to become a nurse because when I was looking at the different programs in the Birmingham area, one, it was well known in the Birmingham area for being a very good school, producing good nurses that pass the NCLEX and that come out and practice nursing in a very professional manner and know their skills. The other thing that I really liked about Jeff State is, in comparison to a lot of other schools, they weren't as expensive, but you were still getting a really good education for the trade-off. So those two were two really big factors that brought me to Jeff State.
So far at Jeff State, my experience has been pretty amazing. Being here at the Shelby campus, it's really convenient. It's really close to everything. It's almost kind of like a center hub around all these incredible hospitals. You've got hospitals like UAB that's like 20 minutes away, and you've got this brand new beautiful hospital with Grandview, and it's 2 minutes down the road. You could probably see it from here if you tried really hard. But the experience has been great. The instructors are fantastic. They're the ones who, they know when you need help, and they know when to be serious, but they know when you need a laugh, and they just become more a family than instructors, I guess. I can name a few off the top of my head that, if I really needed something, even if it was 2 in the morning and they're my instructor, like they're there, like it doesn't matter.
My experience at Jeff State was challenging but fulfilling. Like every endeavor, you always get out what you put into it. So I made sure that I put everything I had into it. I treated it just like a regular job. I would study during regular hours and still go home and spend time with my family. But the open door policy at Jeff State was incredible. I found the instructors always available. They encouraged questions in classes. Their doors were always open for me to go. If I get stuck on a certain patho situation, their doors were always open for me to go in, and they would always work me through the problem. What I really liked about it was the fact that my clinical instructors actually spent time on the floor that we were working on. So my clinical instructor would work on an ICU floor and then have us in there the next day to talk about his patients work with his patients that he was really familiar with. So I actually got incredible real-life experience at Jeff State.
My experience here at Jeff State has been pretty much a non-traditional one. I believe that everyone has their own experience in nursing school. Life is guaranteed to happen at some point or another during your however many semesters you're here. I will say, don't let it get underneath your skin or discourage you. If you have to remediate, I did. If you do, go through it. You'll come out better on the other side. I learned a lot while I was in there. The professors here, they've been tremendous help to me. They're very accessible. You can go talk to them almost any time. The doors are open, and they really listen. They really care. They're going to help you through whatever problems you have. And I would definitely recommend, coming to Jeff State.
The clinical experience has been phenomenal. Every hospital I've been to, they've welcomed us with open arms. Probably let us do a lot, anything that they could throw at us. They were letting us do it.
I want to talk about how the Jeff State clinical experience influenced how I practice in the real world. The instructors at Jeff State during clinicals actually worked on the same floors that we would have clinicals at. I remember an instance, my 5th semester, my ICU rotation, that my clinical instructor actually worked on the ICU floor that we did clinicals on. He knew the patients, so when it came time to teach us everything there was to do about those patients, we were very prepared. We went over ventilator settings. He was incredibly familiar with everything. At Jeff State, they not only practice the clinical, they also teach it.
Clinicals are an experience that are very unique. They'll take you to the hospitals, and you'll actually get to go to many different hospitals throughout the Birmingham area, go to different units. You'll actually be hands-on care with different types of patients, get to see different types of nursing. If you don't like giving baths, or if you don't like blood, then you may want to look at something else, but clinicals definitely kind of get you in there to see what you like and don't like.
The sim lab has been, I won't lie, I'll be honest on this video. It's awkward. It's strange at first. You're not going to like hearing yourself talk, but it's pretty cool because you don't know what they're going to throw at you, and you just have to react, and it's pretty fantastic. And I really don't think there's anything negative I could say, especially about Jeff State in general. It's challenging. There are many tears, sleepless nights, but I wake up every day and I know it's what I want to do, and I know I'm at the right place.
Simulation lab is a very unique thing that we enjoy having here at Jeff State. Sim lab, as you can see kind of on the screen behind me, there's already vital signs and things that are up on the screen, and you actually get to practice your care here in the sim lab and kind of hone in on your skills and other things that you wouldn't get to do at other places. I will say one of the most unique experiences is getting to do 4th semester sim lab. You get to do alcohol withdrawals patients and deal with family members, and the instructors actually sit in and be the family members, and you won't forget that experience. So in 2nd semester of nursing school, I had sort of a family crisis, and that family crisis made it very hard for me to focus on the task I had ahead of me, the assignments, being able to study. I was not able to hone in to what the teacher was trying to say in class. There's a lot of things going on. However, I was not able to to keep my grade where I wanted it to be. And I went to, at the time, our professor was, I believe it was Dr. Haywood, and I went and spoke with her about it, and she worked with me, spoke, about different circumstances. She encouraged me to try and stick it out instead of just pulling out and withdrawing. And I did, and I ended up not doing good enough on the next test, and I was not going to be able to pass the class. So I went back and spoke with her again. She said, well, you may as well go ahead and withdraw at this point. So I withdrew failing. It wasn't a withdrawal, it was a withdrawal failing, and I ended up coming back and remediating the next semester with Dr. Wilson. Now, a lot of times when you first come into nursing school, you hear about remediation, and it's this horrible thing that you don't ever want to go through. Remediation was a blessing to me because I got a lot of education out of that with students that were beyond my semester. So when I was in remediation, it wasn't just second semester students in there, it was third, fourth, and fifth. So I got to go ahead and get a starter course or crash course on the topics that they were seeing in that semester that I can bring to that semester when I get to it. Finished remediation, and it was actually really fun. And now I'm in 5th semester and about to graduate. So if you come into the nursing program and see that this is something that you're going to have to go through with remediation, don't stress over it, embrace it, enjoy it, and you'll be a better nurse in the end for it.
The reason people go to college to become a nurse is to get a job as a nurse. And I think Jeff State does an excellent job of preparing us to get our license and to become a nurse. I think our class had almost 100% pass rate on the boards on our first try, which is incredible, which also goes back to show how well prepared we were for our boards. Since I graduated from Jeff State, actually my whole class, when we graduated, 95% of us got a job after we passed our NCLEX within a couple weeks. That just shows that how strong Jeff State's reputation is in the field, the fact that we were all able to get a job really quick. And that's really why we came to school, was to get a job. But I'm a nurse now at Children's Hospital. I love the floor that I'm on. Jeff State prepared me incredibly for the floor that I'm on. I'm on a med-surg floor, and the things that I see in the real world are things that we practiced in the clinical world and in the sim lab at Jeff State.